Manchester City are angry. Third place wasn't acceptable. Watching Liverpool lift their trophy wasn't tolerable. So Pep Guardiola did what angry geniuses do. He spent £300 million on perfection, 5 new weapons, 0 remaining weaknesses, 1 terrifying machine rebuilt from scratch. The Premier League thought they'd figured out how to beat City. They're about to discover they were studying the wrong team entirely. This is why Manchester City will win the Premier League next season. There are defeats that destroy you, and there are defeats that forge you. For Manchester City, the 2024-25 season was both. This wasn't the story of one man's injury breaking a dynasty. This was the story of a perfect machine finally showing its age, and Pep Guardiola getting exactly the wake-up call he needed to build something even more terrifying. Manchester City finished third with 71 points, 13 points behind Liverpool. For most clubs, that's a dream season. For City, it was an earthquake. But here's what everyone celebrating their downfall missed. This wasn't decline, this was demolition. The 2023 Continental treble winning campaign and the unprecedented 4th consecutive Premier League title in 2023-24 had fooled everyone, including City themselves, that they could keep running the same machine forever. Why change a winning formula? Why fix what wasn't broken? Except it was broken. The cracks had been showing for months, papered over by individual brilliance and muscle memory from years of dominance. Watch the collapse in real time, and you'll see it wasn't just about Rodri's knee buckling against Arsenal, it was everything happening at once. The 2023-24 season was Manchester City's first full campaign without German midfielder and former captain İlkay Gündoğan since he joined in 2016, as he departed on a free transfer to Barcelona in summer 2023, while the club brought in reinforcements such as Mateo Kovacic and Matheus Nunes, and shifted roles internally. None fully replaced his unique influence. City lost a key tempo setter, creative passer, and clutch goal scorer from midfield. De Bruyne's body was betraying him. Bernardo Silva was running on fumes. The core that had won everything was crumbling in real time, and there was no succession plan. Teams had figured out the patterns. Sit deep, stay compact, hit City on transitions. Without fresh ideas or fresh legs, Pep's machine became as predictable as everyone else. City thought they had squad depth. What they actually had was aging stars and untested youth. When injuries hit, the drop-off was catastrophic. How do you stay hungry when you've won everything? City found out the hard way. You don't. The fire that burned through unprecedented success had flickered to embers. Brighton outplayed them. Tottenham humiliated them. Liverpool danced around them like they were traffic cones. For the first time in years, City looked like what they'd always claimed they weren't, just another team with expensive players. Manchester City's season unraveled soon after Rodri was ruled out, resulting in a collapse in form that saw them effectively surrender the league title before the turn of the year. They ultimately finished the 2024-25 campaign without a major trophy for the first time since the 2016-17 season. But this is where the script flips, because while everyone else saw failure, Pep Guardiola saw opportunity. While other clubs scatter money like confetti, Pep Guardiola operates like a surgeon. £300 million, 5 acquisitions, 5 precision strikes at 5 fatal flaws. This wasn't desperation spending after disappointment. This was the most methodical reconstruction in modern football, a clinic in how to evolve an empire without destroying it. When Pep presented his analysis to City's hierarchy after that third-place wound, he arrived armed with data, not emotion. Every tactical failure was dissected. Every positional weakness was exposed. Every squad deficiency was documented with ruthless clarity. The outcome, the most strategic spending spree the game has witnessed. Manchester City secured Omar Marmoush from Eintracht Frankfurt for £70 million. The football establishment questioned the investment. Then they examined his output and fell silent. 20 goals and 14 assists across just 26 appearances. These figures don't merely represent statistics. They constitute a manifesto against every backline in England. Marmoush embodies everything City's offensive play lacked: explosive speed when they moved too deliberately, ruthless efficiency when they overcomplicated, lethal instincts when they hesitated. Study his positioning and witness City's attacking future. The intelligent runs that unbalance defensive structures, the precise timing Haaland cannot replicate, the capacity to manufacture brilliance when tactical frameworks collapse. While media attention fixated on Marmoush's fee, Pep's genuine coup unfolded quietly. Tijani Reinders arrived from AC Milan for £55 million after starring in Italy. His numbers stagger the imagination. 15 combined goals and assists despite Milan's catastrophic 8th place collapse. This represents a player who single-handedly elevated an underperforming giant. Reinders transcends simple replacement. He represents evolution incarnate. His Champions League masterclass against Real Madrid previewed City's midfield destiny, scoring, creating, controlling everything within sight. City's left flank had remained a tactical compromise for seasons. Ait Nouri represents the first genuine left-back acquisition since Cancelo in 2019. His Premier League credentials speak volumes. 11 direct goal contributions last season, more than any defender in the division. This productivity emerged while his team battled relegation throughout the campaign. The strategic brilliance extends beyond individual contribution. Ait Nouri's arrival liberates Guardiola to reclaim his natural center-back territory. One signature solves multiple positional puzzles simultaneously. Amid the headline acquisitions, Pep's most fascinating gamble operated beneath the radar. Cherki joined from Lyon for £36 million. His substitute appearance against Spain revealed everything about his potential impact. This represents football intellect married to technical mastery, ambidextrous capability, supernatural vision, the rare gift of perceiving opportunities before they materialize. Within City's structured framework, Cherki introduces the missing element, creative chaos. When systems malfunction, when tactical blueprints crumble, when matches demand spontaneous magic, these moments belong to players like Cherki. Gonzalez's £50 million January transfer from Porto eliminated City's most dangerous vulnerability instantly. The Rodri dependence that shattered their season eradicated completely. This midfielder delivered Porto's crucial Europa League qualification goal against Maccabi Tel Aviv. His defensive statistics dominated Portuguese football, leading Porto in possession recoveries, tackles, and aerial contests while ranking 7th league-wide in fouls committed. More crucially, he represents the guarantee that City never again crumbles when their anchor disappears. £300 million appears reckless until examining the accounting precision. City balanced every expenditure through strategic departures. Alvarez's sale, Palmer's exit, Cancelo's salary removal, this represents calculated reinvestment, not financial madness. Pep's brilliance emerges through interconnection. These 5 additions function as a unified tactical organism. High-pressing triggers Reijinder's progressive distribution. Deep blocks activate Marmoush and Cherki's final third chaos. Wide attacks utilize Ait Nouri's unprecedented overlapping threat. Rodri's isolation becomes impossible with Gonzalez providing seamless coverage. Every scenario receives multiple solutions. Every weakness gains reinforcement. Every tactical challenge encounters prepared responses. This transcended mere recruitment. This constituted a declaration of supremacy. While Liverpool savored recent glory and Arsenal plotted incremental progress, City announced their intention to render competition meaningless. Most strikers would sacrifice everything for a 20-goal season. For Erling Haaland, it's considered a failure. That's the difference between good players and generational talents. And that's exactly why Manchester City's attacking evolution is about to terrorize the Premier League. Haaland finished the 2024-25 season with goals despite injury struggles, yet everyone treated it like disappointment. Here's what they missed. Even a bad Haaland season produces elite numbers. Now imagine that same goal machine with proper service, full fitness, and teammates who actually complement his movement instead of competing with it. City's previous attack operated like a broken orchestra, talented musicians playing different songs. The new system fixes everything through surgical precision. Doku and Savinho provide the pace and directness City desperately lacked, creating the space and service Haaland thrives on. When Doku cuts inside from the left, it drags defenders away from Haaland's zone. When Savinho attacks down the right, it opens crossing angles that didn't exist before. Marmoush's versatility allows Pep to play him anywhere across the front line. Striker, winger, attacking midfielder, false nine. Watch his movement against Chelsea. Intelligent runs, dragging Reece James out of position, creating acres of space for teammates to exploit. When Marmoush drifts wide, Haaland owns the central channel. When Marmoush drops deep, Haaland can make runs behind the defense. City's 2024-25 struggles stemmed from a fatal flaw: too much possession without purpose, beautiful passing patterns that led nowhere. Marmoush and the new wingers solve this through pure directness. No more sideways passing when vertical options exist. This doesn't abandon Pep's tactical sophistication, it weaponizes it. Watch Haaland's reactions to ambitious passes even when they don't connect, applauding attempts, encouraging risk-taking, building the confidence that creates killer combinations. When your star striker demands ambitious service instead of safe options, it transforms everyone's mentality. Creative risks become team expectations. Traditional systems rely on rigid positioning. City's new attack thrives on intelligent chaos. Cherki can float centrally while the wingers provide width. Regenders can arrive late while the forwards create space. Opposition defenses prepare for standard formations and face tactical shapeshifting instead. The collective processing speed is what matters. Players who see opportunities developing before defenders recognize threats. When Kovacic attempts ambitious passes to Marmoush, even overhit attempts build understanding. This attacking system manufactures inevitability. When you have multiple players capable of beating defenders one-on-one, when your striker is a mathematical certainty in the box, when your creative players operate beyond traditional positioning constraints, defending becomes damage limitation rather than prevention. Premier League defenses spent years learning to contain City's previous patterns. Those patterns are extinct. What emerges is something far more dangerous, an attacking system where every player can hurt you, every movement creates advantage, and every attack carries the weight of mathematical inevitability. The robot has his artists, the artists have their robot, and every defense in England is about to discover what happens when mechanical precision meets creative chaos. It begins innocently enough. 11 players in sky blue line up as expected. Ederson in goal, Rico Lewis at right back, Gvardiol and Diaz at the heart of defense, Ait Nouri on the left. Rodri holds the midfield with Regenders beside him. Savinho hugs the right touchline. Cherki or Bernardo Silva floats in the middle. Doku or Marmoush stretches the pitch from the left. And Haaland, towering, terrifying, takes his place up front. It looks like a standard 4-2-3-1, familiar, structured, manageable. In the center of it all floats Ryan Cherki, part playmaker, part phantom. One moment he's collecting deep from Regenders, the next he's linking up in the right half space with Savinho, only to vanish into the box just as Haaland peels wide and drags both center backs with him. Trying to mark Cherki is like trying to catch a shadow with your bare hands. He doesn't run, he glides. He doesn't look for space. He creates it. And then there's Haaland. Still the apex predator, still the menace up top, but no longer just a finisher. Now he drops deep, pulls a defender with him, links play with a subtle flick or a perfectly weighted touch. Regenders reads the cue, drives into the space behind, and suddenly Cherki is wide. Savinho cuts inside, and City are in the box again with 5 men. The striker who once needed service has become the platform for it. This isn't just evolution, it's transcendence. By October, opposition analysts will have documented over 17 different formations used by this Manchester City team in live matches. Systems within systems, movement within movement. Whiteboards will fill with question marks. How do you prepare for something that doesn't stay still long enough to study? You don't. That's the point, because this isn't just tactical variation. It's a living, breathing organism. This is football's future. Faster, smarter, crueler. There's only adaptation, and unless you evolve with it, you'll be left behind. The complete machine is ready. The beautiful destruction begins in August, and every defense in England is about to learn what inevitability looks like when it's running at full speed. If you enjoyed this journey into the mind of the machine, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more tactical deep dives, and hit the notification bell so you never miss when the next wave of beautiful destruction rolls in.